This and there. This in there. Okay. Got it.
Speciellt. Och inte balans katten ändå. Ja.
He decided she needs a bath immediately.
¿Tú crees que eso va a hacer que te sirva el desayuno más?
Bro, take notes. Don't cause trouble where it's obvious who did it.
Unfriggin' real. Do you see this? Do you friggin' see this?
Bruh.
What is wrong with you? Marshall, you can't go out.
Why did you tear it up? Why did you tear it up? Ma'am, it's a Valentine.
Okay. Okay.
To decorate? I really don't think you should be having that. Yes.
Jax, are you a good boy? Are you a good boy?
There are two sides to this story.
Jax, are you a good boy?
Well, someone needs to tell that little arm to stop because we know it won't work.
Louie, what'd you do?
Somebody's very proud of himself.
What'd you do?
Ding dong.
The guy has done this to his white friend hundreds of times.
Bella. Bella.
Chuck, I want a donut. I want a donut. Chuck. Excuse me. Excuse me.
When you think you're home alone, well, one of them has to.
Hello everyone. Today I will tell you a story. The story is titled, MIT in the Moment I Realized Peace. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you appreciate me. You can skip this if you don't and oppose. Like this video. Thank you very much. The story begins as follows. There was a time when my days felt like a long list of unfinished tasks. Emails blinked on my screen. My phone vibrated every few minutes. The clock on the wall seemed louder than usual, ticking like a reminder that I was always a little bit behind. And in the middle of all that noise, there was MIT. MIT is not a heroic rescue dog from a movie. He doesn't perform tricks that amaze guests. He doesn't guard the house like a brave soldier. MIT is simply MIT. A small, warm, slightly chubby dog with soft ears and eyes that always look like he knows something I don't. Every morning, before I even sit up in bed, I feel a gentle weight near my feet. That's MIT. He curls himself into a perfect little ball, as if he believes his most important job in life is to keep my toes warm. When I move, he stretches dramatically, yawns with a tiny squeak, and looks at me as if to say, you're awake. Good. Now the day can start. I used to rush through mornings, brush my teeth quickly, drink coffee too fast, scroll through news that made my heart heavier. MIT would follow me from room to room, his nails clicking softly on the floor. Sometimes he would sit and simply watch me, not judging, not demanding, just there. One particular morning, I was especially stressed. A project deadline was coming. My head felt tight. I sighed loudly while tying my shoelaces. That's when MIT did something simple but unexpected. He walked over, sat right in front of me, and placed one paw gently on my foot. He didn't bark. He didn't whine. He just looked up at me. His eyes were calm. Not curious. Not excited. Just calm. For a moment, I stopped moving. It felt strange, like time had paused just for us. My breathing slowed without me noticing. I put my hand on his head, and he leaned into it, closing his eyes as if the world outside the door didn't matter at all. And that was the first tiny crack in the wall I had built around myself. That morning, I left the house feeling a little lighter. I didn't know it yet, but MIT had already started teaching me something important. Peace did not arrive in a dramatic way. There were no big life changes. No sudden realizations while staring at the sky. It came on an ordinary afternoon. It was a weekend. I had planned to be productive, clean the house, organize files, finish reading a book I had started weeks ago. But after lunch, the sunlight poured into the living room in the softest golden color. The air felt warm and quiet. MIT found the perfect spot on the floor where the sunlight touched the tiles. He stretched out completely, legs extended, belly exposed, eyes half closed. He looked like he had melted into the light. I sat on the sofa, laptop open, but my eyes kept drifting toward him. He wasn't doing anything special. He wasn't playing. He wasn't seeking attention. He was just existing. There was something magical about the way he trusted the moment. No fear of what would happen later. No regret about earlier. Just warm sunlight and slow breathing. Without thinking too much, I closed my laptop. I slid down from the sofa and sat on the floor beside him. The tiles were cool under my legs, but the sunlight warmed my hands. MIT opened one eye, noticed me, and gave a tiny tail wag, not even lifting his head. I lay down next to him. For a while, we just breathed. I noticed small things, the rhythm of his chest rising and falling, the faint smell of shampoo from his last bath, the way dust particles floated in the golden light. My thoughts, usually racing like cars on a busy street, slowed to a quiet walk. I realized something surprising. Nothing was wrong in that moment. There was no emergency, no urgent problem, no loud expectation. Just a dog, a patch of sunlight, and a human who finally stopped running inside his own mind. MIT rolled slightly closer and placed his back against my arm. The warmth of his body felt grounding, like a reminder that life is physical and real, not just digital notifications and endless plans. That afternoon, I did not clean the house. I did not finish my book. I did not complete any grand task. But I felt something I had not felt in a long time. Peace. Not the kind that comes from finishing everything perfectly, but the kind that comes from accepting that, right now, this is enough. MIT did not know he had given me a gift. He probably just wanted a nap. But his quiet presence changed something in me. He showed me that being still is not laziness. It is sometimes courage, the courage to stop chasing and start noticing. From that day on, I began paying attention to the small rituals we shared. Evening walks where he sniffed every tree like it held secrets. The way he waited patiently while I prepared his food, sitting with perfect politeness. The soft thump of his tail against the floor whenever I said his name. Each moment was simple, but together, they formed a rhythm, a peaceful rhythm that softened the sharp edges of my busy life. The true realization came on a rainy evening. The sky was gray, and the sound of rain tapping against the windows filled the house. I had just returned home after a long, exhausting day. My shoulders felt heavy. My thoughts were crowded. As soon as I opened the door, MIT ran toward me, not wildly, but happily. His whole body wiggled. His tail moved like a small metronome of joy. I knelt down, and he pressed his head into my chest. In that quiet embrace, something clicked. All day, I had been chasing approval, deadlines, expectations, invisible standards I had set for myself. But MIT didn't care about any of that. To him, I was not a list of achievements or failures. I was simply his person, and he was simply my dog. That night, instead of turning on the television or scrolling through my phone, I sat on the floor with him. The rain continued outside. The world felt distant. MIT rested his head on my lap, trusting me completely. His breathing was slow and steady. I placed my hand on his back, feeling the warmth through his fur. And I understood. Peace is not something you find after everything is perfect. Peace is something you allow when you stop demanding perfection. MIT never rushes toward tomorrow. He never replays yesterday. He greets each moment with openness, whether it's a treat, a walk, or just sitting quietly beside me. He taught me that connection is more powerful than productivity. That presence is more valuable than performance. Most importantly, he reminded me that the bond between humans and animals is not one-sided. We feed them, shelter them, and care for their health. But they feed our souls in return. They shelter us from loneliness. They care for our hearts in ways that words cannot fully describe. Living with MIT changed the way I see animals. They are not decorations in our homes. They are not accessories to our lives. They are companions, beings with emotions, needs, and silent wisdom. When we treat animals with kindness, patience, and respect, we are not only protecting them, we are nurturing the gentler parts of ourselves. Compassion toward animals grows into compassion toward people. Responsibility toward them strengthens our character. Love shared with them expands our capacity to love the world. MIT and I still have ordinary days. I still get stressed. He still sometimes chews on things he shouldn't. Life is not suddenly perfect. But now, whenever I feel overwhelmed, I sit on the floor beside him. I breathe. And I remember the afternoon sunlight, the gentle paw on my foot, the rainy evening embrace. I remember that peace is not far away. It is often lying quietly beside us, waiting for us to notice. In today's fast-moving world, we often measure our worth by how busy we are and how much we achieve. We chase goals, compare ourselves to others, and forget to pause. MIT taught me that peace is not found in constant motion but in mindful presence. His simple habits, resting in sunlight, greeting me with joy, breathing slowly beside me, are daily reminders that life is happening now, not in some perfect future. To apply this lesson in our lives, we can start small. Spend a few quiet minutes each day without screens. Sit beside your pet and truly notice their breathing, their warmth, their trust. If you don't have a pet, observe nature, the sky, a tree, the wind. Practice giving full attention to one simple moment. Treat animals with kindness and respect, understanding that they feel comfort and fear just as we do. In caring for them responsibly, we strengthen empathy and patience within ourselves. Peace grows through connection, with animals, with others, and with our own hearts. Like MIT, we can learn to slow down, appreciate the present, and choose gentleness in a noisy world.